Alright, so this is what's holding us up, I guess.
Head south toward exit 32B, then take the I-84 West ramp.
Oh.
Take the I-84 West ramp, then use the right lane to merge onto I-84.
Navigation just did an edit on me. It was sending me over to 29, which is over that way. And then just did a quick flip. You would think I was paying attention, which isn't always the case. But yeah, I'm in Hartford. Today's been a pretty productive day. The things you can do on Sunday when you actually wake up at a decent hour instead of sleeping in all day. So I went to the gym earlier, listened to church while I was there. I still gotta listen to the rest of it. Came home, hung out with my little nephews for a bit. Then went to Costco to redeem bottles. I got almost $50 worth of water bottles and whatever else redeemed. So what I do like little sneaky.
Continue on I-84 for half a mile.
I have like little sneaky ways of saving money. So I save via, redeeming bottles. I usually have about 200, usually it's like 100 at the end of the year. This year it'll be more like 200 because Connecticut just changed the value of redemption. It used to be 5 cents for many years, decades, and they just changed it to 10 cents at the beginning of the year. So thus doubling the amount. And I'm disciplined enough, which is like the D word, pause, is a big word in my life, discipline, because I don't have much of it. But I've been doing this for the last couple of years at least, redeeming bottles, and rather than redeeming them as I go, because what are you going to do with, it used to be like $25 per quarter, now it's like $50 a quarter. What am I going to do with $50, right? So you can go ahead there, Trinity Health van, Sprinter van. I'll have that little $200 windfall, if you will, at the end of the year. And I do the same with my, I was just joking with a friend of mine.
In 800 feet, take exit 48 toward Asylum Street.
We'll call her D. You know how banks, to like entice you to like bank with them?
Take exit 48, then merge onto Spring Street.
They'll give you like a $200 bonus or $300 bonus. I've even seen $400, even though it's been a
Merge
while.
onto Spring Street, then turn right onto Asylum Avenue.
I just got a $320 bonus with Wells Fargo, but I usually do
At the light, turn right onto Asylum Avenue, then slight left onto Farmington Avenue.
Sorry, I know it's annoying, but I'm going to a specific place that I haven't been before, so I have to leave the navigation on. It's just for another 3 minutes, so this will be a quick one. Yeah, and I'll just open a bank account, probably like 1 or 2 a year, and thus I have like 15 bank accounts connected to my paycheck. Where once you get past like the 90-day period, whatever the required period is to direct deposit in $1,500, and then they give you like $200, $300, $400 bonus, then I change it to like 1% of my pay, whatever. But as a result, my money is going like 15 different ways. Actually, I think it's more than that.
Slight left onto Farmington Avenue, then turn left onto Broad Street.
Because I've been doing this for so long. And she got like a kick out of it. She was just like laughing, like rather than just doing some good like blue collar work, for whatever reason she's fascinated with me, like I don't know, power washing
at the light
homes,
turn left onto Broad Street,
or building decks or installing windows, all things that I can do. But I hate to sound like a pansy, I'm not like very big on manual labor if I don't have to do it. So as a result, I work essentially at a discount at the optical shop on Saturdays, which I was just talking to my manager, I will have to cut down when school
in a quarter mile, turn right onto Capitol Avenue.
When school restarts in a year, as it were. So I have to prepare for that pay cut. Though they've been putting a lot on my plate at my regular job. Like I do way more than just financial planning now. We have all kinds of like special projects, and we just took on like 4,000 new reps. I can't say the company name that we just absorbed, so obviously we have to service them.
At the light, turn right onto Capitol Avenue. Then your destination will be on the left.
Yeah, we have to service them in the the new products and all their foibles and the transition, everything like that. I have a feeling that in March they're going to give us a commensurate bonus since we're doing so much extra work. But anyway, I'm just about there. I was just saying hello. I wanted to chime in on the all the goings on, like politics is pretty is pretty crazy right now. Obviously, Jimmy Kimmel, and people are like, well, the left does the silencing game and the censoring game, and I'm like, well, I think we need like a refresher course on like what the First Amendment is. It's about your relationship to the government, not about private entities that shut you out. I'm not for that either, because obviously, like, social media has kind of become like the town square, right? So it approaches. Oh, we can't turn there. Actually, I could have turned there. It's gonna recalculate here.
Head south on Broad Street. In 600 feet, turn left onto Russ Street.
All right, it's gonna kind of turn me around. It looked like a one-way, but then as I drove by it, it wasn't a one-way. But yeah, so like,
At the light, turn left onto Russ Street.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. It's kind of become like the town square, right? So there is an argument where you can say, well, that's in the public domain. So even though it's not the government, it's kind of like government adjacent because it's so powerful in terms of its voice and blah, 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 blah. Kind of fair, but not the same as the president like leaning on the FCC, an actual government agency, and placing sanctions, on a network, on ABC, so that way they're compelled to indefinitely suspend Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, that's different. That's incredibly unconstitutional, but there are powers built into the Constitution.
In 600 feet, turn left onto Oak Street.
Where at least temporarily, the president has these powers if Congress doesn't push back. And I learned this in law school, right? So I don't mean to like try to like feign being an expert when I just learned this in the last year.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Oak Street, then turn left onto Capitol Avenue.
If Congress is silent, right? So we know that the Republicans have like a narrow margin in Congress over the Democrats. The Democrats seem to be on some like FAFO, like F around and find out type steez, which is a good strategy.
At the light, turn left onto Capitol Avenue.
But we have an unhinged electorate, right? So even as the world is kind of on fire and a lot of things are blowing up in everyone's faces or whatever.
In 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the left.
And Destiny said this too. Someone kind of like shaking their finger. If you can see me shaking my index finger or is it index or pointer finger? You know what I mean? Just outside of the view of my camera. Like an unendorsement or a reprimand from someone only matters if they're not going to vote for you. If they're going to say that's wrong and then still vote for you, which you're seeing a lot of that on Facebook, like, as much as I hate Jimmy Kimmel, this is wrong or whatever. But that only matters if you're not going to vote for him. And that's kind of like the principal difference between, Democrats and Republicans. Like, Democrats will do like this, kind of like this balancing act or whatever, balancing test. And they will, at minimum, withhold a vote, if not on spite, vote for the other side to prove a point. But I'm like, wait a minute, we have a lot at stake, right? That only works if both sides are doing the same thing. So that's an issue that we have. So when people were saying like democracy is on the ballot, and like that's just hyperbole, like what's gonna happen? Well, here you are. This is literally like democracy is on the ballot. I mean, that's not even to mention all the gerrymandering, like both like politically and racially happening right now. It's very much an unprecedented time. We'll see how we make it out of this, if we make it out of this. But anyway, I have things to do, and Destiny himself is under fire because he basically said he's not going to like weigh in on the Charlie Kirk thing in terms of like obviously his sentiment is it's wrong, it's unhinged. We need to, turn down the temperature, but he's like, Trump needs to do the same thing, which is a fair assessment, but he's paying a heavy price for it right now. He's like demonetized and low-key bellyaching about it. Like, money is a funny thing, right? So I do financial planning, so I know what he's talking about. Like, he's rich, but at the same time, even rich people want to have their income coming in. I deal with financial plans with people with like $2, $3, $4 million at retirement, which you would think is pretty comfortable, right? It makes you like, kind of like your proverbial like FU money, but they still need Social Security. And that's kind of like the thing. I mean, that's like another topic that people just don't get. They're like, well, is it even going to be around? Yes, it will. And if it isn't, then it's a clear sign of the apocalypse. All right, so I forgot that it's like Puerto Rican Day down here. We had our parade in Springfield, like I think like top of the weekend. I guess Hartford is having theirs right now. So that's why it's all lit and there's all this traffic, in addition to the accident that we drove by. But it's an interesting time in the world right now. We'll see how it all washes out. You would think it's a fait accompli that 2026, there's going to be a huge what's the word that I'm looking for? Not reprimand.
Your destination is on the left.
All right, so I got to park. A huge referendum, but again, we're in unprecedented times, and both sides are not playing by the same rules. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, the Lord is faithful. Stay with me. God bless. Ooh, nice parking spot. Johnny on the spot. Actually, I have two ways I can go. Oh no, he's in the wrong spot. Oh, and I drove right by it, so I'm gonna have to loop around. But there was at least one spot there. All right, yes, the Lord is faithful. Stay with me. God bless.